Hi and welcome back to my channel. For those of you who are new, my name is Rachel, and today I wanted to do a quick video on comparing my experiences with a Medela pump and a Spectra pump. I did a video on breastfeeding not too long ago. I will link it below, and I could also try to put it in the cards. If I keep looking this way, it's because I am watching Shiloh. She's napping. All of the girls are napping, so I figured now is my opportunity to do this video real quick. So I first got introduced to any sort of pump when my sister had her oldest, which was 10 years ago, and she used a Medela, and I was like die-hard believed in Medela. You know, Medela was the best pump there was. So I was really excited when my mother got me a Medela for my baby shower when I had my oldest, Hannah, right before I had her in 2013, sorry. And I loved it. It worked great. I think the Medela, I really liked it. It's really simple to use, and I have my Medela with me also. I have the Medela and the Spectra, so you can kind of get an idea of how to use them if you are interested in either of them. Considering that they are the only pumps that I have used, I would say if they're in your budget and you're not sure which one, they're both really great. So this video is just to give you an idea of how to use them, how easy it is to use them, pros and cons, and which one I favor. Pros, let's start with the pros. So things that it comes with first are 2 phalanges. You'll get 2 of the 24 millimeter phalanges, and I think that's a pretty standard size. Then you will also get, I think mine came with 4 of these bottles to store, and it also came with a regular lid or the nipple. It has the 2 wires because it is a double or single pump. I'll show you the pump in just a second. And then it also comes with an adapter. So with this, you would screw it onto the pump, or the flange, sorry, instead of the bottle. So if you didn't have a bottle, or if you wanted to make things easier for yourself and pump straight into a bag, you can put the adapter on and then hook the bag, because some bags, not all, some bags have like little handles. So this you can hook the little bag handles onto. Just so you know, it is the Pump In Style Advanced Medela. That is the brand, or Medela is the brand, but the pump itself is called the Pump In Style Advanced. And it is a double or a single, so it comes in this bag here, and then these 2 sides unzip. So this is nice because it makes it good for like going out. So if you have to go traveling somewhere, you don't have to put a pump anywhere. All of your pump parts and the pump itself is right in here. You can just grab it and go. So that makes it nice. This is the adapter that it does come with to plug into the wall to use. So you have your bag. When you open it, you can see this is the main portion that you will work with. And I'm gonna take you guys off the tripod so I can show you how I use it. Hey there, so I was going through the footage that I just did of comparing my Medela versus Spectra pumps, and I just realized that I kind of missaid everything. I haven't used the Medela pump in a while, so I wanted to reiterate a couple of things before I post it. So I'm gonna add this into the video to correct myself. So these 2 parts here are where your wires will go, whether you want single or double pump. This button here is your let down button. So once your let down happens, you will push this, and that will initiate the deeper suction. This button here, well, this dial here is your on off. So right now it is off when you turn it all the way. And to turn it on, all you have to do is that. And then of course your AC adapter spot. So this will just turn it on and then determine how high of a suction that you want. I had that all way off in my explanation prior to redoing this. So I wanted to make sure I corrected myself and not have to write a bunch of, oops, sorry, I didn't mean to say that, or oops, this is actually what I meant. So rather than doing all that and having a bunch of extra writing in my video, I decided to redo this portion. So I hope you enjoy. One of the main things I really liked about this pump is the ease of use. I mean, there's definitely, it's pretty black and white. It's pretty matter of fact. This is how it works. There's no questions. I didn't need a manual to figure it out. It was really easy. So the cons, my first con was how loud it is. It's really loud. The second drawback is cleanup. So the reason I was I was really good with pumping with my first because I didn't have any other kids. So I'd pump, my husband would feed her or watch her, and I could clean all the parts and everything, and it was just easy. With the second and third, it was a lot harder because now you have more kids that you got to take care of. So the cleanup was like a really big issue. And these don't clean that easily. So the bottle, really simple. The flange, however, not so simple. Okay, so what I mean by not simple with cleaning the flange is this flange, let's see here, you can see it really well, is not one piece. It is 3 pieces. So not a big deal, easy to clean, right? There's nothing, really simple. It's just a funnel. This part, however, is where it gets a little dicey. So in here, where it goes down, it's really hard to clean right in there. I would have to get like toothpicks and tiny little things to really get there because there's so many little nooks and grooves. And then this part is the third part that comes out. This little part here. And it doesn't come out easily either. I don't know if I can even get it out. And I actually, look, I even broke. Let me see. I broke this part here trying to get this out because it's a really hard plastic and it just gets in there. I cannot get it out. The only way I was ever able to get it out was by using a butter knife and like pushing it out, and that's how I broke this. So that's my biggest with this pump, especially with more than one child, because I don't want to have to take the time to take this puzzle piece apart to clean it. It was really frustrating. So but other than that, a great pump. And once I am done, I will show you what I mean by loud, because I'm going to compare them side by side so you can hear what each one sounds like. Now for the Spectra. So I actually was researching another pump completely when I decided to go on Amazon, because I knew for this 4th baby I was going to need a new pump. My Medela is, let's see here, it's 6 years old. I got that pump in 2013 and it is now 2019. So it is nearly 6 years old because my daughter was born in September, and motors are not meant to last that long. So even though it's still it still works, it just doesn't have the same oomph that it did before. All right, so now let's head on to the Spectra. So this one here I got through a company called Edge Park. I put in my information for my insurance, and then I waited, and I got an email about a week before Shiloh was born stating that my order was on its way. So when you put your information in, it asks you which pump you would like, and it has a list of different ones, and Medela was on the list, but I decided, since I already had a Medela, I wanted to try the Spectra, and Spectra 2 was also on their list, so I chose that one. And I got the email a week before she was due saying that it was on its way, and it arrived the day she actually was born, which was pretty cool. I checked all the paperwork to make sure I didn't have to pay a portion of anything, and it said my responsibility was $0. So this is an over $300 pump. I was really excited when I got it. So I will show you what it comes with. So as you can see, these are the buttons. I will go into detail more about those like I did with the Medela, but it also comes with this cool little opening here, and this is for bottles. So the bottles that they have fit right in there perfectly. Isn't that cool? So what it comes with is, let's see here, you get two 24mm phalanges, two of the wires, and it also has the backflow protector. So that comes with two of these, and of course 2 bottles. They are 6-ounce bottles, and if you are not the standard 24mm size, then it also comes with 2 28mm phalanges, just in case. Each bottle also comes with a lid, so you can either pour the milk into a storage bag, or you can pop the lid on it and stick it in the fridge. So like I did for the Medela, I'm going to talk about the pros and the cons for the Spectra in my experience using them this past month. For the pros, the first is it is so quiet. I love it. It has like a slight vibration to it and a little bit of a hum, but it's, I mean, I've pumped right next to my sleeping baby and not disturbed her one bit. So, which is pretty cool. And the second thing that I really like about it is that the phalanges, I don't know if you can see, I'll try to get this to focus. Notice that one piece. There's no taking this apart, and in here there's no little grooves or nooks for the milk or any kind of liquid to hide. It just goes, I mean, that's it. It just goes right down. And then my favorite part is this part here is like a silicone or rubber. It pops off super easy. It's super easy to clean. You can clean all up in there real simple. Cleanup is like, I'm telling you, this is like a game changer for me. I don't mind pumping because the cleanup is so easy. It takes me just a couple minutes running this, or letting it sit in some hot water, soap, and scrub it out real good, and it's just so much easier to clean than the Medela pump flange. So that is a huge deal for me, and it's just really easy to use too. So the buttons, I think, are what throw people off. That was my only con, I would say, and it's not even that much of a con. The biggest struggle that anyone would have with this pump is probably seeing all the buttons and being like, what do I do? Which one do I push? It can look a little daunting and be a little confusing, but once you get used to it, it's just super easy. So I will take you guys off the stand to show you the pump up close so you can see how to use it, and then I'm going to do a side-by-side comparison of the sound so you can hear what each one sounds like. That way you get an idea of what I mean by loud versus quiet. Alright, so this is our pump. This here, let it focus, there we go. So this here, once you are ready to use it, you would, this one is also a double or single. Alright, so if you wanted to use the double, you would just take this little cover off, but like I said, I like to single pump. So this one here, but once you're ready, you would put your wire in there, and it also comes with an AC adapter. You plug your adapter into the wall, hook up your pump and everything. Don't have your flange on your breast ready to go when you turn it on, because it turns on at the exact spot that you left it. So you would turn on power, and then once it gets going, and I'll show you this again once I do a side-by-side comparison, because it's obviously not plugged in right now. So you would turn on power, and then you would turn on this little vibration button. Now this little button, once you push that once, it initiates that first short suck. The other thing I really love about this pump is when it's pumping, it also has a little bit of a vibration to it. So it's more similar to the way an infant would be sucking versus just pulling. So it's like there's like an added vibration in the pull. So it's not just pulling your nipple straight. So that initial button, so once you push the power, you push the vibration button, it initiates that first suck, that short one. Once you have your letdown, you push it again, and then it does its own cycle, and you can adjust the vacuum, which just means the strength at which the suction happens. This here is just the light button. So if you are pumping in the dark, if you're pumping at night and you don't want to have to worry about waking anybody up by turning a light on so you can see what you're doing, you can turn the light on and it gets intensified. So I think there's like 2 settings of the light, and then it turns off. So once I plug these in, I will show you exactly what I mean. So you would turn it on. So right now you can hear the difference. That is the deep suck. So the initial suck sounds like this. This is to what you want it. This is where you'll have it until you get your letdown. And again, you can justify the intensity. Once your letdown happens, you push that again, and you hear this. And of course, the higher in intensity you go, the louder it gets, until you are done. Then you turn it off. So for the Spectra, like I said, sorry for the shadow. Okay, so push the power button, push this button. It automatically goes to that initial suck. That's how you know if you see the vibration up here. Once you get your letdown, you push the button again. As you can see, it changed the cycle. After this point, you can change your cycles however you want them. And then you could also adjust the suction. And once you're done, you can turn it off. So this is where the light is, just in case you were wondering. The light shows up right on the handle, and there are 2 intensities. So that's the first one, second one, off. So that's pretty much it. That is how they work. Both really simple. It's just, I think the main difference is this one, of course, has the vibration, and it's much quieter versus this one, which doesn't have the vibration, and it is quite a bit louder. So, like I said, and I've had this on the bed, and it did not, I mean, I had on the bed with me while my child was sleeping, pumping, and it did not bother her one bit. So I hope that gave you a lot of information on the Spectra versus the Medela. And again, this is only one type of Spectra versus one type of Medela. But these have been my, the 2 that I have used. So I use the Medela In Style Advanced and the Spectra S2. Both are really great pumps. They do a great job. They work, I mean, they work great. They're obviously both hospital grade. So either one would be a good choice. But if you were to offer me either Medela or Spectra right now, no money, just, hey, both of them are free, which one would you like? I'm gonna pick the Spectra. I like the ease of the, right now, the biggest selling factor for me for the Spectra is how easy it is to clean these flanges. They dry really fast. This here coming off as easy as it does, so I don't have to worry about breaking anything, is amazing. And it's a great pump. I've got a great stash going. I can't recommend it enough. And that covers everything for today. I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up. And if you are new, I'd love to have you stick around. So go ahead and hit that red subscribe button and hit your notification bell so you don't miss any further videos. And we will see you in the next one. Bye.